Welcome to another show of the Heel Heat. This is the Heel Heat preview for WrestleMania Night 1. Let's get this started. You got the Mr. Acknowledge Me, the man without the title, Jay.
Yes, sir.
We got over Beef Lee in Jersey.
Bask in my glory.
I really thought he was going to say bask in my meat. I got scared for a second.
Family show, bro.
Wait a minute.
You got your host.
But I'm not trying to be
show,
that.
sir.
I ain't trying to be that wild. Not now.
Paulinho. All right, fellas. Let's start with Night 1. This is not a WrestleMania like we're used to. It's not. The buildup is nowhere near close where it should be. This is yeah, no. No, it's just how do I say this?
Lackluster, to say the least.
Yeah, pretty much. Very, very lackluster. Very. So let's start off with Night 1. Let's start off with a bang. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belaire. Betty, what do you think on this one?
I think we have been leading up to, ever since SummerSlam, Bianca reclaiming this title. I think even though Bianca was the one who stood tall on Monday, you still have this same thing they're going to be doing on SmackDown, where you're going to have like a super show type thing. So I'm pretty sure her standing tall on Monday doesn't mean a damn thing. So I am going with Bianca Belaire to win and claim the Raw Women's Championship from Becky Lynch. Just get her win back from SummerSlam.
Jay?
I pretty much agree with that one. I think they've been built. They're going to do something with Becky where they're going to rebrand her, but I don't think they're going to keep the title on her. At least for now, it doesn't make sense to keep it on her because they literally have no one else. She's beaten everybody else, so at least with Bianca, you get to kind of refresh the division a little bit. But I don't know, with her new haircut and stuff that they got going on, who knows? But I'm gonna go with Bianca Belaire.
We're gonna all be in agreement with this one. I'm also gonna go with Bianca. The reason being is I like if this is one that had the storyline there, it was kind of choppy here and there, wasn't too consistent, but if you pay attention to it, it was there. Becky came out with like she never lost her belt, so she was still undefeated. So literally, now is a time to kind of turn it over, and it's a good way at a good moment for Bianca to have as well. So I agree, Bianca's gonna win the title back, revenge her 22nd loss or whatever it was from SummerSlam last year, and this is a good way of doing it for her. Yes, we waited too long for it, and it's been through so much. But it should be a good one for her, nice WrestleMania moment for her. I like to see where they're going to put this on the card for Night 1, though, because we'll talk about it at the end of the show. What's the main event for Night 1? Apparently, the rumor is.
To be fair, I think this is going to open.
Yeah, and in a way I agree, but in a way I kind of don't. You know what I mean? And the reason being,
there's really no other way to open the show though for Night 1.
And that's the thing, is they're trying to do like an AEW, start off with a bang. But the thing is, AEW has the ability to start off with a bang and end with a bang. WWE does not have that anymore. They've lost that ability a long time ago. They lost that credibility. You know what I mean? So now we got The Miz and Logan Paul versus the Mysterios. Jay, what do you think?
As much as I hate everything about this, there is a tiny part of me that's like, they're going to give Logan Paul this moment, aren't they? They're going to give The Miz this moment, aren't they? Just because, like, who benefits from winning this feud? No one. Not at all. No one. Outside of maybe Dominic.
Me.
I mean, like, I'm going to go with the Mysterios just because it makes more sense for the baby faces to go over, but this is a lose-lose scenario regardless to how you swing it, because it's you're putting the Miz you're putting the Miz in a situation where, again, he has to be the one to kind of carry a match, but you're also putting him with workers that are really good at carrying a match. So it's kind of like that weird, like the match isn't going to suck, and I know that the match is going to be entertaining, but I just really question what is the point. Like, what is the end goal for this? To get a pop because Logan Paul is in wrestling, or are you gonna like use Logan Paul because you can't get Bad Bunny? Like, that's what it kind of feels like to me. It's like, well, you couldn't get Bad Bunny because Bad Bunny actually has an actual career. Logan Paul is Logan Paul. So, and they keep talking about like how Logan Paul may be more than just a part-timer at some point. And then he's on Twitter beefing with people because he's like, oh, Bad Bunny had to do all this. I don't have to train as hard as Bad Bunny. And it really is rubbing people the wrong way backstage from what I hear. So, I mean, I don't see the point, especially with, we really don't know when the end is for Rey Mysterio and when Dominic is either going to get the mask or get an identity for himself. Like, you're starting to see his identity kind of shape, and that's cool. But him and Austin Theory are the same age. So I'm kind of looking at it from the standpoint of, okay, who else in your age group? It's him, Austin Theory, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan. Like, they're all in the same general age group. So, like, where is everyone in progressing with their characters and their development? And Dominic is by far at the bottom of the barrel because he's so hitched to his father. You don't know what he is outside of that, and outside of that Lucha Libre style. So it's just like, what is the point outside of the run-of-the-mill, this is going to be a celebrity match, but we already have that celebrity match. So why are we having two? I don't know. It's just me.
Technically got three.
Three, yes.
What are your thoughts, Benny?
This match sucks. That's my thoughts. You have two conflicting, I want to say, plot points that are going on right now. One in favor of the Mysterios, the other in favor of the team of Miz and Logan Paul. Now, the one in favor of the Mysterios is they've been building this story to Logan Paul being hit with the 619. They can't seem to do it. So I'm pretty sure that we're going to end up getting that at some point during this match. The other thing that they've been building up is this idea that Dominic can't keep his cool. So I'm looking at it from a standpoint of, I think that Dom is going to end up costing his team the match in some way, somehow. So I am going with Logan Paul and The Miz.
Finally, some dissension early.
Wait, Jay, who did you have again?
I had Mysterio and Dominic.
Mysterio and Dominic. I'm going with Logan Paul and The Miz, and I'm gonna throw a wrench in this one. I'm gonna say this is where we start seeing the seed for Dominic to start turning on his dad, which will probably either happen at SummerSlam at the next pay-per-view, which it popping off then at SummerSlam for the match to pop off. You've been waiting for too long, and now you're starting to see, like Benny was saying, the attitude, the losing the cool. So I think it's gonna happen in this one. So Benny, you got The Miz, and so do I.
Yep.
And then the next one is, I don't know what this one is, too many rumors, but it's Seth Rollins with TBA. It's saying supposedly it's Shane McMahon, but then you have the Cody Rhodes rumors as well. So I have a feeling.
Do we get 2 points for this one if we guess it right? Like,
yeah,
the point for who wins, and then okay.
Yeah, Benny, what's your thoughts on this one?
Well, like I said, I'm going for the exact same thing that I was saying I thought was going to happen before. You're gonna get a swerve here, but the swerve is going to be a good one. I think they're going to be self-aware with this, where they're gonna have somebody, be it Shane McMahon or somebody else, come out, but it's not gonna be them that actually ends up in the match. It will end up being Cody. And if in fact it is Cody, as a matter of fact, I'm not even if, regardless of who it is that's facing him, they're winning this match. Seth Rollins is not going to win. You don't sit up here and build like Seth the way that you've been building him up over the last couple of weeks and have him come away with a big WrestleMania when dude hasn't won a match in like 2 months. But yeah, that's it. I got TBA.
Okay.
I think the swerve is that it's a double match. Like, it's gonna be a shame. Everyone's gonna think it's Cody, and then it's gonna be Shane, and Seth is gonna squash him. And then when Seth squashes him, and it's just like, are you serious? This is what you do, blah, 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 yada, 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 and has like the whole fit. Then they're gonna hit Cody's music, and then that's gonna be the match.
Being that WWE has legitimately,
that's the tough part.
Being that they have literally no long-term memory for their own actions, I would say that's a possibility. If they did, I would be like, nah, because they literally did the same thing with Bianca at SummerSlam.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it makes sense, because this is exactly what they would do. They would set everybody up like, oh, it's gonna be Cody, and then you see Shane come out, blah blah blah, and then even Seth is disappointed. Like, are you serious? Are you serious? And then Seth's gonna get all hype, and then, Shane's gonna get all hype, do his little like midget punches or whatever. Seth's gonna get mad, hit him with like a falcon arrow, and then gonna like roll up and hit him with a stomp, and it's gonna be over. And he's gonna be like, "Are you serious, Vince? Are you serious, Vince? This is what you give me for WrestleMania?" And then he goes on a whole promo about how disrespected he is, and then Cody music hit.
Ooh, oh my goodness, bruh. I need him. I need him. I'm so sorry, Paul. Go ahead. I'm gonna give you your thing afterwards. I need Seth Rollins, regardless of who he faces. I need him to hit a pedigree.
Oh, that would be perfect.
I need him to hit a pedigree.
That would be perfect.
So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that Shane comes out, but he's not wrestling. He's going to introduce Cody.
That could happen too. They would do
because
some
of because of the fact that the thing is we're looking at here is, okay, the swerve. Where's the swerve at? Is like you said, Jay, like you said, is it going to be a double match? Benny, like you said, is it going to be like Shane? And they're like, no, it's Cody. Here's the other swerve. Shane comes in and then he just introduces Cody. You know,
it could be. It
That's
definitely could be.
And I think,
but I'm going with other. Whoever other is, I'm going with other.
I'm going to say Cody's going to win it. I'll just flat out.
I'm not going to even say it's Cody, because I feel like it could be a situation where like we're right and we're wrong, because it could be that double match.
Yeah.
But I'm going to just go with other in general. I'm going to go with the third option, which is both of them. So other.
Okay. So pretty much we all have Seth losing this match.
Yeah. We all have TBA.
But I also 50% have Seth winning the first half of this match.
Well, no, I don't only have one match though.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I have Seth winning the first. If it's a 2-match thing, it's Seth wins first and then the match happens.
Okay.
If it's not that, then it's other. Because there's no way they're going to debut a mystery person and then, or it could honestly, it could be a situation where they right the wrong of when Elias was supposed to be Seth for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania all them years ago, and it could just be Elias. Because that's the swerve. That's honestly the swerve I'm expecting, is that it's Elias. It's not Cody, and they're going to save Cody for Monday.
There is another possibility. I'm hoping that they don't do this, because if they do, they're going to have this guy dead in the water before he even starts.
Oh, Braun Breaker?
No, Gable Stevenson.
Oh, shit. It could be Gable Stevenson. It definitely could be. And if Gable Stevenson goes over Seth Rollins, this early in his career on his first match.
Not even, yo.
If
If after all of this stuff with Cody, all of the rumors, all of the waiting, all of the baiting when it comes to all this or the shows in Jacksonville, is he going to be at this one? Seth Rollins not all of this stuff that's been building towards this potential match between the two of them, and you throw Gable Stevenson out there, the entire crowd is going to be so pissed off that like, this guy's just going to be dead, yo. Like, it's
typical
not even
Vince.
right.
And I can see Vince doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, they already said they're going to put a rocket on his back too.
Mm-hmm. Tell you, they gonna make people hate him the way they hated, like the way they made people hate Roman. That's how I know Vince ain't racist, because he does it to the darkies too.
Benny, what are you gonna say about Seth and the independent thing?
No, I said the what's name before. I said I need him to hit a pedigree.
That would be amazeballs.
I literally just need him to hit a pedigree. From the standpoint of just Triple H has officially retired from action. He's been missing in action, for a long time and everything, even with like the demise of the original NXT, all of it. I just need I need his I don't want to put this out there in a like really creepy way. I need Triple H's baby to just be the one to let like the world know, like, yo, we have not forgotten about this man. He's still with us. All right.
I'll say one move for one match for one of his babies.
Imagine if Kevin Owens hits Austin with a pedigree. The same way I literally want Roman to hit Brock Lesnar with a rock bottom.
Oh, that's coming.
That'd be funny.
No, honestly, I want him to do a people's elbow. Like, I want him to just stop over him and then just
lay it down for that.
And just yell like, acknowledge me, and then do it, and then like drop a leg drop or something.
Continuing, Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. Betty, what's your thoughts on this?
Drew McIntyre, and I think this is the end of Corbin and Madcap.
Why do I have a feeling they're gonna like push Madcap and just like let Corbin just go off for a little bit, and he's like, it's one of those things where it's like that random side character in a show gets a spinoff, and you're like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Just why is this person getting a spinoff? Like, we clearly like this person, but this person gets a spinoff.
Oh, you mean like when Friends ended and they gave Joey a show? Like, what?
First off, hate Friends, so I can't. But in essence, yes.
Jay, what do you think is winning this match?
What match?
Drew Corbin.
Oh, then yeah, Drew, obviously.
Yeah, it's moving on. Drew. I'm not even gonna.
I'm just wondering what the thing is. I loved Baron Corbin, like the when he had like the biker thing going, but now that he's bald, like I almost want him to do like a hybrid of Baron Corbin and American Badass Undertaker, and like start like a biker gang faction. That's always been what I wanted for him, and that's why the Forgotten Sons. I'm like, you guys missed the boat so bad on the Forgotten Sons. Like, it is miserable that you brought those guys up and you had that gimmick there, but you guys didn't go with the biker gang. I mean, at least if that was the case, then Jackson Riker being racist would have made sense, and you could have definitely pushed it from a storyline perspective. Like, you guys just really missed it. You could have had them come out with Confederate flags and everything. We could have just went off with it. It's WWE. It's not like they haven't done it before. Yep. They literally had people during like the Iraqi war. Like, they had people with they had the foreign guys as bad guys. Like, Iron Sheik made his whole career about hating America. Like, it's not like we ain't done this before. This ain't new. I'm just willing to put it on steroids. That's just me, though.
This guy's like does have no filter
At all. That's why I'm like, yo, it's like, but we'll lose sponsorships, but we'll gain more. Not to mention, I just found out TLC is going to be in freaking Saudi Arabia. Like, I'm going all in. Fuck that. Yeah, TLC is going to be in Saudi Arabia.
I heard.
Apparently, Paul didn't know.
But I literally stopped watching WWE because it just stopped making no sense at all.
I don't have to watch it. It's literally, I find out all my stuff on social media. I don't have to watch it. They ain't even announced it on TV yet.
Why? They're really trying to push all that. I don't know. All right. Next one. The Usos defending against Rick Boogs and Shinsuke Nakamura. Jay?
This one is tough because it's like it almost makes too much sense for them to drop the title, but it also makes no sense for them to drop the title. All right? Because if they drop the title, then you go back to a storyline you've already done with the Usos not being able to pull their weight and not being champions around Roman. So it's like, but I also feel like they're building Rick Boone and they need a good run with Shinsuke and Rick Boone in order to really catapult Rick Boone and ship Shinsuke off whenever they're done with him. So that's the tough part. And there really is no other tag teams on SmackDown. So, like, I'm going to go with the Usos because I don't think they're ready to take they're not taking the belt off Roman. So, spoiler alert, they're just not. But it's also tough because I feel like this is also a situation where you could have it where Roman definitely goes solo. And it's just him and Paul Heyman, and the Usos kind of break off and do their own thing. So, like, it's not ideal, but, you know, Solo Sikoa is not coming up anytime soon. They're not going to add Naomi to the bloodline officially. So, like, what else are we doing with the bloodline? But I'm still going to go with the Usos because, I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me, but it feels like they're gonna keep riding that horse, and they're probably not gonna have him drop it till like SummerSlam or something.
All right, let me see here. I think the Usos are retaining. There's no way to have them lose it so far yet. But if they do lose it, I don't think they split the family yet, the bloodline. There's no need. They're still pushing for Rock Reigns next year at Mania. So to break them up.
Which is why I don't think they're losing the titles.
Yeah.
Because I think that's going to happen. That's going to cause a split. And then and it's like they're going to have them split up just so that just in case The Rock can't do a one-on-one and they can do a tag team, you'll have Jimmy and Rock and Jay and Roman.
No, I think by the time next year comes around, so Joe will be called up already. So then they might have somebody else to make it a 3-on-3. You know, maybe at Rumble a 3-on-3, and then they go like, nope, let's make it a 1-on-1 at Mania. Who knows?
But I mean, again, I don't think they're gonna have a full program with The Rock because of his filming schedule. Yeah. And because of risk for injury. So that's why I'm looking at it from like, I don't think it's gonna be like a match at Royal Rumble and then a match at this and a match. I don't think it's gonna be a one-off.
If they do a 1-on-1, I think they'll do it like a recorded one, a pre-recorded match.
They could definitely could, but that's what I'm saying. The safest option is a tag team.
Yeah, well, the real safest option is a pre-recorded and something like Samoan, you know, and keep it like that, where they're like, okay, now like, okay, you didn't fight me, so you're like the tribal chief, but you really are unofficially the one. But if you beat me, now
they could definitely do a redo like they did in Fast and Hobbs and Shaw when they had the whole fight thing on the island, which was still a pretty badass scene. I'll say
that. Yeah. Betty, what do you think? I got the Usos retaining as well.
I would yell it right now, but I don't feel like hearing anybody's mouth. So Usos. I have literally nothing else, just Usos.
All right, so now we have the second women's title on defense for night one, Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey, which the promos on this one have been
There's no end. That joint's been booty meat, like straight booty
And it's like,
with lead.
Like, here's the thing. I expect Ronda to be dry, but I didn't expect Ronda to be. I mean, I didn't expect Charlotte to be as dry as she was, as she's been. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, that's who you calling as the one, really? So, I don't know. I've got a feeling Ronda's gonna win because they want to put it on her.
And I think Charlotte's gonna take some time off, honestly.
Yeah. And I don't doubt it either. So I'm thinking it's gonna be Ronda to allow with the kayfabe injury on the arm to give her time off. Jay?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ronda. They want to run it back with Ronda, see what's up, see what she does with the SmackDown roster. The only bad thing about it being Ronda is like, I think that's why they put everybody in tag teams. So like, you can select and like nitpick who you want Ronda to fight, and then you get the Ronda Shayna thing. So like, I get it, and then she can just like beat up on a couple of people, and then when she decides to go, they can just put it on, you know, one of their other talents that they'll probably, you know, call up by then from NXT, because it'll be one of Vince's little, you know, pretty girls that can barely wrestle, or the Nikia Lyons chick.
It'll be Becky again.
I mean, if they have her switch shows, sure. Or unify the titles, who knows?
All right, so for me, God, this is a tough one. I hope you can really hear the sarcasm coming off of me, though. This is Ronda Rousey all day, every day. Right? There's no way that Charlotte Flair is winning this match. Or rather, let me put it to you like this: there's no way that Charlotte Flair should win this match. Because there's always a way that she'll win. I look at the situation that we have right now. You kind of sort of have the same thing on SmackDown that you have on Raw with Becky, in a more toxic sense, because on SmackDown, Charlotte, as with always, one of the reasons why I was saying that I have, you know, I like the fact that she's going up against Ronda in this one, because it actually makes Ronda's, not that she needs this, but it makes Ronda's offense look that much more devastating, because Charlotte is going to sell for her. Whereas in most other cases, she doesn't really sell for the other people, or her selling isn't as believable as somebody like Becky's is. So she's run through everybody, just like how Becky's run through everybody on Raw, pretty much. But she hasn't made anybody look really worthy of actually challenging her. So I would say that in this case, she needs somebody like Ronda to actually take this belt off of her, and then, just like with Becky, reset the division for the most part. And then, spoiler for a pick later, but you have a ready-made challenge. You have actually two ready-made challenges over there in Naomi and Sasha Banks. Sasha, which is running back from Royal Rumble a couple of years ago, where she literally told her in her face, "We're not done." And then Naomi, which is just, that's your little plucky underdog one, because they're gonna give her that match, but I doubt seriously that she'll have it's gonna go anywhere near her actually looking like she's gonna take the belt from her. But anyway, like I said, Ronda Rousey.
And to end night one, I can't believe this is the main event to close it. The KO show with Stone Cold.
There's really nothing for us to pick on this thing.
Like, my gripe is, why the hell are you gonna end night one on this?
Because they want to do the whole glass shatters, and they want everybody to watch the whole show because they understand that night one, everybody's only watching to see Stone Cold come back. They're not dumb.
But here's the thing, though. You have women that you can put. You can start with Becky Lynch and you can end with Charlotte Flair.
People are not going to watch this show for them.
Well, I would watch the show. I would watch the show.
Wrestling fans will.
No, those are the ones
but Stone Cold is a cultural icon. They want people to watch the show in anticipation for Stone Cold. That is all. It is in Texas. He is a hometown guy. Austin hasn't wrestled in 19 years. He hasn't done really much of anything in 19 years.
All this just for a stuff.
People are going to watch for that reason.
I don't agree with it. I'm
not saying I agree with it or not.
I know.
Clear as day what the fuck they doing.
No, I know you're not saying you agree with it. You're just saying why they're doing it, and I'm just saying I just don't like it. I think it's dumb as shit. It's a detriment to the women more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Because they put the main male matches on night 2, and they put pretty much the main women matches on night 1, but yet didn't even let one of them close out the show, which you could have bookended with both of them, to be honest.
Because they're not dumb. People are, with all the women that got released and how angry so many people are about the women that got released, the 4 women in these matches, there's one woman that everyone probably generally likes. The other 3 have such divisive fan bases that anyone who's a casual is not going to care. And the casual view of women's wrestling is a negative.
But see,
so if the whole night pretty much bookended start to finish and mostly filled with women's matches, it's going to be another evolution where it may even be good. I'm not saying that night 1 is going to be bad. It may be good, but it's not going to draw the eyes that night 2 is, unless you give me something to look forward to in night 1, and that is Stone Cold. Sorry to be that guy, but like,
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I think both of y'all are overthinking this. This is literally just, it's Texas, and so is Stone Cold, and that's it.
Yeah.
Anything else in this situation, I believe, is completely irrelevant and out of everybody's thought process.
Well, 2, it's also because night 1 isn't that stacked so that it highlights Stone Cold in Texas. Like, if Stone Cold in Texas, you could have done it either night and you'd have been good. But you can't highlight the segment if you got all the shit they got on night 2 plus that.
Yo, to be a complete asshole for a moment, I think the only reason why night 2 is probably going to be better is because of Pat McAfee.
You're not wrong. Like, bro, I'm with Pat McAfee heavy, bro. That man can go in the ring, bro. That match he had with Adam Cole was a fucking banger. Like, he's literally 2 for 2. Like, I just need Austin Theory not to fuck this one up.
Yeah.
Your man can go 3 for 3 because this match has nothing to do with Pat McAfee. This match has everything to do with fucking Austin Theory. And if you guys think if you think Austin Theory can pretty much work a match and carry Pat McAfee, it's going to say a lot. Because if you're 24 and you can carry a match, because Pat McAfee's not no scrub by any means, but he's not a professional wrestler. So if Austin Theory can prove that he can carry a match, they're going to strap a fucking nuclear bomb to this kid because he's just gone. They're going to make this kid go fucking nuclear.
Mm-hmm.
They might have him they might put the same rocket on him that they put on fucking Randy Orton. Honestly, if he can carry that match.
I don't doubt it because I think Vince likes his look. Literally likes his look.
He literally stole Johnny Gargano's look. That's the shit that blows my mind. His whole gear is Johnny Gargano's gear exactly.
Pretty much.
Except, hey, I'm Fenty, I'm gonna take a selfie. Like, what the he's Tyler Breeze and fucking Johnny Gargano in one fucking person. Like, 2 people that you fired. But you got a younger version, so okay.
One. The other one let the contract expire.
Fair. Okay. Yes. 2 guys that you let go just so you can make a mini, less polished version of them. Great job, Vince. Fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic.
Any thoughts of night one before we call it a show for this one?
I'm literally only watching it for Austin. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. I don't care about any of these matches. I don't care. Outside of the Seth Rollins match. Seth Rollins match is actually interesting. The rest of them, I don't care. I just want all of those feuds to end. Like, I just want it to be over. It's like literally just put the head on the spike, chop it off, let the beheading be over, and let us move on. Please, for the love of mercy.
Yeah. Now, for me, the only ones I'm interested in is seeing the Logan Paul Miz, how that one works out, because of the fact that Logan Paul's running his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because he's running his mouth. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why. You know? And I want
They still
to
gonna protect him, though. That's the problem. They're gonna protect him.
I know, but the thing is, I want to see what he can do with no training because he's running his mouth. But
They're going to protect him. Is what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you.
But I want to see the Mysterios and see if the storyline changes with them at that point as well. That's why this match is. There's a lot more to this match than what people think. You know what I mean? If they do it right, unless they make it a celebrity match that's supposed to be, but they can make a celebrity match while still continuing the storyline. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what I'm looking at. What about you, Penny?
So during that match, I'm going to go find food. Probably gonna put some bets in on FanDuel.
I'm definitely shopping like a Super Bowl because I'm gonna be munching during that motherfucker for real. Gonna go get some wings. Gonna make sure I got some wine. So you do me? I got my brewskis down there, bro. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got me that Terramana.
At that point, I might even just switch the feed from off of my TV onto my phone.
Probably.
And start playing PlayStation because I honestly just don't care about that match, and Logan Paul makes me care less. So, but anyway, like night one, yeah, I'm looking forward to Becky Bianca because I know that match is going to go crazy. But other than that, not really much. I think the Seth match is a formality. Like I said, I can't. The tag title match, like I'm not really concerned about that match so much as I am with as the Raw title match. But like I said, we'll get to that when we talk about the night 2. But that's it. I just don't care right now. Like this is what they've done to me with this build.
All right, everybody. That's it for night 1, our review. Stay tuned for night 2. This is the Heel Heat. Good night, y'all.